Wow, I haven't been so nervous about delivering a presentation for a really long time because it's after the giants. So excuse me, I'm a little bit nervous. So yes, I'm going to talk about the opposite direction of reaching out to the rest of the world by talking about how I moved to the Silicon Valley and maybe started a better sleep or not. Well, I'm Baruch Sadogursky, developer advocate with JFrog. JFrog, we have things with frogs, and in the sticker exchange, you might find some leftovers of our stickers. So please grab them. JBaruch on Twitter and everywhere else. So I came here to Silicon Valley less than a year ago from Israel. This is now how it actually looks like. Not most of it, at least, but well, for the sake of a nice picture. I've been doing public speaking and developer relationship for a very long time. This is younger me, skinnier, with hair. This happened when I was working in a consulting company. Java consulting company, the best was back in time in Israel. And we did some nice conferences that I participated and spoke with. And then our founders of this consulting company left to found JFrog. And after a while, they called me, my CEO called me and said, Baruch, it's time for you to join JFrog. And I'm like, okay, when do I start? And he's, but we invented a new position for you. And I'm like, okay, when do I start? And he's like, don't you want to hear what it is? And I said, okay. So he said, we have no idea how it's called. We call it a Secretary of State. You will be our foreign minister. You will go and speak for our behalf and get all the feedback from outside. But I cannot put it in your contract, like position of foreign minister. So find me a suitable title. And I went and did some research on the internet how it actually called. And well, my boss, he's a traditional Jew. So when I told him it's evangelism, he didn't take it very well. So he said, okay, now go and find me another title. And then I found the developer advocate. And he's like, what do you mean, like a lawyer? We don't have a position for a lawyer. You need a better title. So I actually showed him a hiring ad from Google searching for developer advocates, and in the job description, that was it. That was exactly what I expected to do. So this is how I became a developer advocate, and after some years, JFrog opened an office, which is the headquarters in Silicon Valley, right? Who is excited about season 3 of Silicon Valley? Good. All right. So why JFrog moved to Silicon Valley? Why startups all across the world open an office here in Silicon Valley? There are a number of reasons. The best investors are here. The best lawyers are here. The best salespeople are here. Here we have the best infrastructure. And of course, the most talented developers are here, right? Now, our developer, still, all the development of JFrog is done in Israel, and the actual reason we moved here is because our clients are here. I don't know the exact number, but the vast majority of JFrog customers, I don't know, maybe 80% of the 2,000, I don't know, are here in Silicon Valley, right? And being close to them is critical for solution engineering, for better support, for salespeople to be able and go play golf with them, or at least eat lunch with them. That's a big deal. So that's how JFrog moved to Silicon Valley. And this is a screenshot from episode 3 of the season 2, minute 22. And this is JFrog office right here on the 7th floor. Okay, so that was the story of JFrog, and now how I get here. So this is me on my usual commute to work. Right? This is what we do for a living. We travel. Now, I had some numbers here, but I cut them during the day after hearing you people because I understood it's not that impressive as I thought it is. But it's a nice commute that I did, and the question is, so if most of my job is traveling to conferences and meetups and everything, why does it matter whether I go to all of those from Tel Aviv or from SFO? It shouldn't be a big of a difference where my home Wi-Fi is. It really shouldn't matter. But as you all know, it's not only about going to conferences. So that's not PowerPoint stopped working. It's a screenshot from my desktop. And here, this is what I do for a living, right? So of course, this is this guy for talks, but also a lot of code and a lot of social interaction here, webcasts, screencasts, and webinars. But this guy is one of the important things, right? So yes, this is what I do. I interact with people on Twitter. For you to understand my attitude on Twitter, you should realize that I was born in Russia and then lived all my life in Israel. You don't want to get into a Twitter fight with me. The problem is, and I like it, I love it. This is what I'm doing. That's what gives me the hype. The problem is, of course, time zones, right? So I would love to argue on internet about everything, but the problem is I actually was intended to sleep during this time when the trolls from the United States are on Twitter waiting for me to respond, right? So what can I do? So my job description, my day, my daily schedule in Israel was looking like that. The thing is, my management don't care about me spending my time on Twitter. They do care about good content on Twitter, but they don't care that I do it overnight. The actual reason why I moved is this. And this is JFrog conferences on Lanyard. This is our map. As you can see, we are not very active in other places in the world except of, well, Israel, of course, a lot of Europe, and, of course, almost double the United States, right? And I need to travel to conferences, and doing it from San Francisco, it's actually a big deal, because most of the trips are local. So that means not that I fly less, it means that actually I fly more, but people, including my family, feels better about it, right? And also no jet lag. But that was the main reason. So now I'm here and I actually engage much more in meetups, in conferences, and of course I can do the Twitter thing during daytime. And the problem, it's not a problem, it's the outcome of doing the Twitter thing during the daytime is that there is nothing for me to do during the night. Everyone is asleep. So now it looks like that. And that's of course a good thing. And yes, I started to sleep more after moving it. The bad thing now is that if I'm busy feeding trolls over the Twitter during the day, I don't have time to do anything else. So I actually need help, probably in more than one sense. But also, yeah, now we need more developer advocates. Not only because of me, but because we grow, but anyhow, that's it. So just to summarize, on a more serious note, having presence in Silicon Valley is critical for developer relationship for a startup, which is, of course, aims the biggest market in the world for developers, which is the Silicon Valley. So, and this we learned, we didn't expect it to be that critical, but it turns out that it's a really big deal to be here for developer advocate, and because all of you, because of all of the developers that live here, and of course, it matters a lot. So that will be all, and I saved you tons of time for the sugar back there. Thank you very much.